Hi, I'm Pete from IT, and this video is intended to show you how to use the Auditorium AV. So let's get started. When you first walk in the room, the thing you'll most likely do is you'll access the lighting panel and turn the lights on so of course you can see. Lighting panel has limited lighting options, and I'm not going to get into this too detailed, but there's a legend right here to follow that. There's two LCD. There's one that's mounted at the back of the room on the cabinet here. There's also one that is on the podium located to the right of the stage, which would actually be stage left, but when you're facing the stage, it's to the right. We're gonna leave that podium in place and not move it because hooking up the podium is a little janky, so just leave it there, okay? Even if you're not using it. All right, so let's take a closer look at the LCD. You're gonna open the cabinet, there's a little hinge here to do that. And then you're going to turn the system on, which is in the right-hand corner, this red button, the on-off sign on it. Now it can take up to 2 minutes to turn this on, and the important thing to note is that when you're done with the room, before you turn off the button, and you do need to turn the system off because the system will overheat, you'll want to, if you're using the projector and the screen, you'll want to put the projection screen up and turn the projector off before you turn this off, otherwise you can't get to the controls to put the screen up and turn the projector off. So do those things first and then turn the system off when you're done. I'm going to run through this very quickly. If you click back to the main page, you'll see you've got a number of options here. They are similar in nature, but for our presentation, our training video, we're just going to go into presentation settings, which is up here in the middle. And you're going to see you can put the projection screen down, put it up, turn the projector on, turn it off. Podium location B, there are 2 locations where the podium can go. Again, we ask that you not change location. If you need that and you know about it ahead of time, let IT know and we'll go ahead and change that for you. Location B is when you're facing the stage, it's to the right, where it is commonly. Podium location A is, of course, to the left. So, and the podium is going to stay in place like I said before. We've got a projector mute. These color codes may change, so don't pay too much attention to that. If it's gray, it's unmuted, meaning the projector's working. And if it's, I believe if it's, let's do it here, red, it's muted. So if it's gray or green, it's working normally. If it's red, it's muted. And all that means is the video is muted, not the sound, but the video. So the screen goes black. And so somebody wanted to pause their presentation and then maybe get focus on them and talk or whatever the case. So, and then of course there's different lighting options for the presentation master window here. You have one, which is just presentation lighting, which will kind of dim the stage for digital presentation, light, dimly lit, light everything else outside of the stage. But there are a lot more options than that. We'll cover that in a bit. There's mic options here. You've got mic 1, 2, 3, and 4. All the mics are marked just like this, mic 1 through 4. And then there's the projector, which is actually the sound that comes from the podium. Not necessarily the projector, but the podium. And then there's a master volume, which impacts everything. If you increase that, everything across the board as far as mics and podium will increase with it. Okay, so let's go back to the main menu, which is right here. And now I said before, you've got a number of options. If I go into, for example, movie settings, and I want to do this to show you something specific, you have surround sound. So it's recommended that if you're not using Bluetooth, that you keep surround sound off. If you are using a Bluetooth DVD, for example, or maybe you bring in a console at the podium and you hook that up and it's got surround sound capability, you would want to come here and select the surround sound on. It will make all the difference. Most Blu-ray DVDs have a surround sound option like Dolby or something built into them, so it's highly recommended with Blu-ray devices or Blu-ray content like in Blu-ray DVDs. The Blu-ray DVD player is another input option. There's a Blu-ray built into the rack, and you'll see it. It'll say Blu-ray player. You just basically eject, put your Blu-ray in, close it, and then you can come here. You select this, you'll see the screen, the projection screen, will show some Blu-ray buttons or an indicator on it, but you can ignore that. You're mainly interested in this Blu-ray DVD controls down in the bottom right corner. And when I hit that, and again, all this is accessible from the Podium too, right? What you see here is available at the Podium, and you can simultaneously be controlling both sides from the Podium and from the back here. And I've got all my controls for the Blu-ray player. And now to get back off from the Blu-ray player, this is a little wonky, bear with me. I would just go back to something like presentation and select my Podium location again, so that I've got that input from the Podium location. No, maybe I've got a laptop there or something. Okay, so let's look at lighting options. Again, back to the main menu. If I go to lighting options, I've got all of these various lighting options. I'm not going to go into detail here, just so you know where they're accessible from. If I go back to the main menu, I go to audio settings. Again, this is all of the audio settings. You're going to see a new one here that you haven't seen, which is Bluetooth. So you have to go to audio settings to get to the Bluetooth controls for the audio settings, okay? So the rack has a Bluetooth option built into it. It's a small white panel at the bottom. If you hold the pairing button, which is on the bottom right, it says pairing underneath. You just hold that until you see the status light up here start to blink like that, a solid. It'll blink fast at first, keep holding, and then it blinks slow like that. That's now going to allow you to pair with the unit. I'm not going to show you the pairing aspect on the other end, but I think most of you probably know how to pair with Bluetooth. So once this is solid blue, that means a device is paired, and nobody else can pair with Bluetooth while a device is connected, so don't worry about that. All right, also located in the locked AV room in the black cabinet are mic cases like this, and I'm going to show you a couple of things with these. So there's two types. There's handheld and there's a pack. A pack basically has an earpiece. It comes a wire basically that connects here and is an earpiece. We're not using lavaliers because lavaliers usually perform very poorly. So, okay, to turn these on with the handhelds, there's a on-off button to the left here, and you just hold that, and it turns on. And you're going to see it says Group 1 and then Channel 1. It should always say Group 1, and the channel should always match the mic tag, so mic 1. To mute it, you just hit it once. You'll see that green light went to amber for muted. Hit it again, goes back to green, hold it to turn it off. Very similar to our previous mic system. All right, the pack is similar. The on-off button is on the top, so you just press it once. So, oh, sorry, press and hold, my bad. Turn it on, release. And you'll see here it comes up, Group 1, Channel 3, because it's mic 3. So basically the channel number needs to match the mic number. If it doesn't, somebody's been screwing around with the settings for this button. Leave this button alone. And you'll need to engage IT to change it back. Okay, and then there's no mute on these, so then you just press it again and hold to turn it off. Now to replace batteries, there's buttons on the side, each side, both sides, so you have to push those in and then pull this out. It's a little tricky, but not too bad. And then of course you replace the batteries here. And on the handheld mic, you just unscrew the bottom, flip open this tab, and be careful not to flip this too far, it will break. And then replace the batteries here. Typically you won't have to replace batteries. IT is pretty good about maintaining these batteries. And if you do, there is a rechargeable batteries in a charging rack, if you will, that's sitting on the desk back here. Feel free to use those as needed. The other thing I want to show you on the packs specifically is that we have these earpieces. We have dark earpieces and we have light earpieces. These are intended to match the complexion of the presenter. And the reason for that is you want the mic to blend in with the skin tone as opposed to stand out from the skin tone. But of course, presenters can use whatever color they want. And then to connect this, basically there's an end piece here. want to be careful with these, they can break. And you'll notice top of the pack, there's an opening right here. And this little knob on the earpiece connector goes to the top. So just like this, it goes towards the top. Press in, you'll feel a little kook when it's finally in. It should be smooth at the top ring here, and you're good to go. Now they just put the earpiece, some people put it under a shirt, some people just have it hang out, and of course they can put the pack, little lip here on a belt or a pant, you know, the pants, and then they can put the earpiece on and they're ready to go. Also, when it comes to a pack, you might be thinking, well, I can mute the handheld, but I can't mute the pack, and that's true. But remember, on the LCD, there are mute options for all of the mics. So you can also mute there. They can control it too if it's a patron event. So there is that option. Okay, let's talk about adapters. You might have a patron come in and they don't have an HDMI connector in their laptop or device. So they need an adapter. That's simple. Just come into the locked AV room, black cabinet, and you'll see down here, there's a box that shows adapters. So there's plenty of adapters to convert from some other format to HDMI so they can use their device at the podium. And one final note. So please get familiar with the room. You are your own best advocate, and as somebody who will be in the room for programs the library is sponsoring, you're going to be the first line of defense. Your person presenting at the front of the room is not going to be running around trying to track down IT. They're going to come to you first. So if you have a basic functioning knowledge of the room, you most likely can take care of 90% of the stuff that needs to be handled in the room during a presentation. So please don't worry about breaking stuff within reason. Come down to the auditorium, get familiar. We can do one-on-ones. Engage us if you need additional training. We're happy to help. Thanks for watching the video.